You don't need another motivational quote. You need to stop lying to yourself. You keep saying you want more money, more status, more discipline, but every night you crawl into bed without a plan, just hoping tomorrow will magically fix everything. It won't, because tomorrow doesn't belong to the hopeful, it belongs to the prepared. Let's be brutally honest. If your life feels chaotic, it's because you designed it that way by not designing it at all. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And if your system is wing it and hope for the best, then don't be surprised when your life looks like a mess of false starts and broken promises. Let me paint the picture. There's a man out there probably just like you. He wakes up, checks his phone, scrolls Instagram, grabs his coffee, and starts reacting. Meetings, emails, distractions, urgent problems. His whole day is hijacked before he's even conscious. He ends it exhausted, but no closer to his goals. Then there's another man. He wakes up and executes, because last night, while the world was numbing itself with Netflix and dopamine, he was mapping out the mission. This video is for that second man, or the man who wants to become him. Because there's one habit that separates the amateurs from the assassins, the talkers from the terminators. Planning your day the night before. Not for aesthetics, not for some productivity porn fantasy, but because it's the only way to walk into the world with intentional fire instead of accidental chaos. And at the end of this video, I'm giving you the bonus insight, the one mindset shift that'll take you from trying to dominating, if you've got the guts to use it. Let's dive in. The lie of waking up motivated. I'll figure it out in the morning. Biggest lie in the book. Because here's what happens in the morning. Your brain is foggy, your willpower's low, and the first thing you reach for isn't a notebook, it's your phone. You think you'll be focused, you think you'll be sharp, but what you really are is exposed. The morning isn't the time for thinking, it's the time for doing. And doing requires clarity, precision, direction. That's why the elite don't see how they feel in the morning. They wake up with a hit list, and they execute it like a contract killer. Let me tell you about a friend of mine, smart guy, ambitious, talented, but he never plans. He prides himself on being spontaneous. You know what he really is? Scattered, stressed, full of half-finished projects and missed opportunities. Why? Because every morning he's starting from zero. No direction, no intention, just vibes. Compare that to a Navy SEAL. Do you think they hope they'll be ready when the mission starts? No, they've already rehearsed it. Gear packed, strategy memorized, eyes locked on target. You want motivation? Start building momentum before sunrise. Here's the raw truth. Motivation is emotional, planning is structural. If your strategy is to wake up and hope I feel driven, you're already 6 feet deep in failure. You don't need more motivation. You need fewer decisions, fewer delays, fewer excuses. And that begins the night before. You are the architect of your tomorrow. And if you leave the blueprint blank, don't act surprised when the building collapses. Let me leave you with this thought. Do you want to be a man who reacts to life or a man who engineers it? Because that choice starts tonight. Chaos loves the unprepared. Let me tell you something most people don't want to admit. Chaos is not an accident, it's a predator, and it's hunting every man who walks into his day without a plan. You wake up with no direction, you just became prey. Your inbox fills up, your phone starts buzzing, your boss drops a task on your desk you didn't expect, your kid needs something, your partner forgot to mention that last-minute errand, and now you're not driving the car, you're holding onto the bumper, being dragged through the day. This is what happens when you start your day in defense mode. See, life rewards the prepared, but it punishes the man who hesitates. You think you're stressed because life is too busy? No, you're stressed because you're unarmed. Most men confuse activity with control, but they're not controlling anything. They're just reacting better than usual. Let me give you a real metaphor. Planning your day is like laying sandbags before a storm. You might not know what's coming, but when the rain hits, you're protected. But skip that step, and you're knee-deep in panic trying to bail out water with a spoon. The guy who planned the night before, he walks into the storm already dry, already armed, already moving. That's the advantage. That's why he gets more done in 4 hours than most men do in 14. Because he didn't show up hoping for peace. He showed up ready for war. Let me ask you, what would your life look like if you stopped being surprised by chaos and started preparing for it? Because chaos isn't going anywhere, but you can stop letting it own you. Decision fatigue is killing your potential. You ever wonder why by 5 you're exhausted and you haven't even done anything meaningful? It's not your job, it's not your diet, it's not that you need more coffee. It's because you've been making micro decisions all damn day, and every one of them burns fuel. What should I wear? What should I eat? What's the first thing to work on? Should I respond to this email or that one? That's decision fatigue. And it's silent, lethal, and eating your greatness alive. Let's look at high performance. You think it's a coincidence that Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day? Or that world-class athletes follow rigid pre-game routines? It's not about fashion, It's about focus. They eliminate unnecessary decisions so their energy can be spent where it matters. Because here's the deal. You only get so much cognitive firepower each day. And if you waste it on what shirt to wear or what time to hit the gym, then when the real decisions show up, business moves, conflict resolution, leadership moments, you're already tapped out. You've been bleeding focus since sunrise. Let me put it like this. Your brain is a sniper rifle, not a shotgun. It's not about spraying effort all over the place, it's about precision. But you can't take the shot if your scope's fogged up with 20 tiny questions you never answered the night before. Planning your day is how you load the gun. It's how you choose the target. It's how you step into the morning already zeroed in. No hesitation, no decision paralysis, just momentum. The man who knows his first 3 moves before his feet hit the floor, that man is dangerous. He's not guessing, he's not overwhelmed, he's executing. And when life throws him curveballs, which it will, he handles them with reserves left in the tank, because he didn't waste his energy on choosing socks. He saved it for strategy, power, and impact. Let me ask you this, and be honest, how much of your life is being lost to indecision you could have handled last night? The answer should scare you, then it should wake you up. The difference between busy and purposeful. Let's kill a lie that's infecting modern men. Busy does not mean productive. You can fill every hour of your day and still accomplish nothing. There are men right now, up at 5 a.m, laptop open, calendar full, who are sprinting in the wrong direction. Motion, noise, hustle, but no mission. They're proud of their exhaustion. They brag about how slammed they are. But deep down, they know the truth. They're not making progress. They're just avoiding stillness. Why? Because stillness forces you to confront the real question. What am I actually building? Planning your day the night before is how you separate the signal from the noise. It forces you to define what matters and discard what doesn't. Without that clarity, your entire life becomes a to-do list built by someone else. You answer emails like a robot, sit through meetings that lead nowhere, react to everyone's problems except your own. You become a pawn in someone else's agenda. But the man who plans, he moves with precision. He doesn't just work hard, he works aligned. He knows the difference between looking busy and building legacy. Let me give you a harsh truth. Most people die busy. They never pause long enough to ask if what they're doing matters. Don't let that be you, because busy is the badge of the unconscious. Purposeful is the mark of the uncommon. You want prestige? Then stop trying to impress people with your schedule. Start impressing them with your results. And that shift starts with a pen and a plan, before your head hits the pillow. If this is hitting you hard, good. That means you're ready. Hit that like button if you're done sleepwalking through life. Subscribe if you're serious about becoming the kind of man who builds before the world wakes up. Now ask yourself, are your days a reaction or a mission? Let's get deeper. Identity is built in the evening. Let me take you into the shadows for a second. There's a quiet moment, late at night, when no one's watching, the world is silent, the notifications stop, the performance is over, and that's when your real self shows up. Not the one you post online, not the one who pretends to have it all together, the real you, the man in the mirror. And in that moment, you make a decision. You either numb yourself to sleep, or you prepare for war. Most men escape. They bury themselves in Netflix, porn, food, noise, anything to avoid the weight of self-reflection. But the uncommon man, he embraces it. He pulls out the notepad. He stares down the gaps in his performance. He asks the question most men are too afraid to ask. Was I honourable today? And if the answer is no, he doesn't spiral. He adjusts. He writes out tomorrow with clarity. He sets intentions with fire. He corrects his course like a damn general before battle, because he understands something that others don't. Your evening is the womb of your identity. You don't become elite by accident. You become elite when you refuse to let your day end in chaos. Planning your next day is an act of self-respect. It's the ultimate masculine ritual. Deliberate, powerful, sacred. It's how you remind yourself, I'm not some random man floating through life. I'm building something real, and every day is a brick. The undisciplined man floats. The prestige man fortifies. And that fortification happens in silence, when no one's clapping, no one's watching, and no one's validating. You want to change your identity? Then stop waiting for some external shift, and start proving to yourself, night by night, that you are a man worthy of command, control, and legacy. Your future self is watching. You ever look back on a version of yourself from 5 years ago and think, damn, I wish I'd started sooner. That's not just reflection, that's regret with a suit on. Now flip it. Imagine 5 years from now. Your future self is looking back at you, right now, in this exact moment. What's he seeing? Is he proud or pissed? Is he standing taller because of the discipline you show today? Or is he paying the price for your laziness? Because whether you realize it or not, you're building him right now. With every choice, every yes, every no, every night you choose structure or chaos. Your future self is watching, He's in the room every night when you decide whether to prep your plan or scroll your soul away on a screen. That man you say you want to become. He's not built in some dramatic breakthrough. He's constructed in repetition. Small, powerful acts of self-respect. And here's the part no one wants to hear. No one is coming to build that man for you. There's no mentor, no program, no savior. It's you, your notebook, your discipline, and the legacy you leave behind. And if you're not writing the plan, you're writing the excuse. You want to be someone who earns respect? Then live in a way your future self would shake your damn hand. Because while everyone else is binging distractions and chasing dopamine, you'll be crafting a life that commands respect before you even speak. Make no mistake, this is how leaders are born. In quiet moments of intention, alone, accountable, unapologetically prepared. Sleep like a king, wake like a warrior. Let's talk about sleep. Not the kind you do after blackout drinking, not the kind you chase after 3 hours of scrolling. I'm talking about deep, powerful rest, the kind that forges warriors and restores kings. But here's the catch. You don't earn that kind of rest by collapsing, you earn it through completion. The reason you can't fall asleep peacefully? It's not anxiety, it's incompletion. Your mind is racing because it doesn't trust you. It knows you left open loops. It knows you've got tasks floating in chaos. It knows you didn't give it a map, just a mess. Planning your day the night before is the ultimate mental sedative. It calms the storm, closes the tabs in your brain. It signals, the mission is locked. You can rest now. You ever wonder why elite operators can fall asleep in seconds, even in combat zones? It's because they're trained to complete the day. Every mission has a debrief. Every operation has closure. The civilian version of that? Write your damn plan. Give your mind a landing strip. So when your head hits the pillow, you're not haunted by what you forgot. You're resting in confidence. And that's when the magic happens. You wake up with fire. No fog, no panic, no flailing around for direction. You roll out of bed already ahead, already moving, already dangerous. Because you ended yesterday with honor, and you began today with intent. That's not just good sleep, that's elite living. So the next time you want to wind down, don't just pop a melatonin and pray. Put your plan in place, reclaim your night, then rise like a damn warrior. Because sleep is not an escape, it's the recharge between battles, and only the prepared deserve peace. Someday is a lie built by the unplanned. Let me hit you with something that should rattle your spine. Someday is the most dangerous drug you'll ever touch. It's not sold in a bottle. You don't need a dealer. It's handed to you for free. Every time you delay action and call it planning. But what you're really doing is stalling. I'll start when I have more time. I'll get serious when things calm down. I'll begin once I feel ready. You won't, because here's the truth. Someday is a fantasy created by men who are too soft to face today. It's not a timeline, it's a coffin. It buries dreams. It buries discipline. It buries the version of you that could have built something real. If only you'd had the balls to begin now. You think you're overwhelmed because you've got too much on your plate. No. You're overwhelmed because you never cleared yesterday's table, and each night you go to sleep without a plan. You're silently choosing to repeat the same mediocre loop tomorrow. That's the real cost of inaction. You normalize it. You condition yourself to believe that floating is acceptable, that drifting is masculine, that someday is still coming. It's not. If you don't seize the hours ahead of you, someone else will, and they'll sell you back your own life at a price you can't afford. That fire you feel right now, that discomfort in your chest, good. It means your soul hasn't flatlined yet. So here's your final wake-up call. If you're not writing your plan, you're writing your obituary. And that someday you keep talking about, it's now or never. Let's pull this all together, raw and unfiltered. Motivation fades, strategy stays. If you don't plan your day, life will plan it for you, and you won't like the results. Discipline isn't sexy, it's not glamorous, but it builds the man you claim to be. Tonight, you've got two paths. One leads to your usual habits, numbing, scrolling, hoping. The other, it leads to deliberate structure, quiet clarity, ruthless intention. One makes you comfortable, the other makes you dangerous. Because once you taste what it feels like to wake up ahead of the world, to execute while others are still hitting snooze, to command your day before it even starts, you'll never go back. So here's the last truth I'll leave in your hands. Every morning is won or lost the night before, and every night is an opportunity to prove to yourself, not the world, that you're still in the fight. So what now? Go grab a notebook. Write tomorrow like it's a battle plan. Set your intentions with edge and honor, and sleep like a king, because you know you've already earned tomorrow's victory.